right,
morning,
now,
good morning.
before we get started, you remember last week Ray said he's going to bring his dad's suits that he some of the suits that he wore.
Yeah.
All right, Ray.
All right, Ray. This one is maroon color.
Yeah.
This is Dad's last one that he wore.
Okay, so
step up there.
the maroon colored one is one that he wore.
His last
Curly
night I
Seckler.
saw him
Is that good?
perform, yeah.
Okay,
That was the last one he wore?
That he wore when he performed. And he had this the baby blue one. That was very famous.
When did he
back in
wear
the
that
day.
one, Ray?
That was on his 75th year anniversary at the Hall of Fame in Nashville.
Hall of Fame in Nashville.
And
Wore that
this is-
suit. It's a baby blue,
This is
kind of the butterfly collar.
it's dated back in '79 when my father got it from Lester Flatt.
He got that one from Lester Flatt.
Ooh.
That's a suit
I
from
might-
Lester
I
Flatt.
might have to borrow that.
Yeah. I thought it was
That
a regular
lapel,
suit, I
that
saw
looks
this.
real good
Yeah.
there.
The lapel is what set it off.
Modern.
Yeah,
Lester
that's
Flatt.
definitely a '79 lapel. Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, Lester Flatt owning that's pretty good. Still, you got two
That's
two
nice.
famous people owning it.
All right, before we get going, I have breaking news that I need to pass along to everybody, and this will shock the world. I need to do this morning before we move any further. David Pennington, has been a part of this program for a long time, and there was something that happened this week that people need to know about David. Shocking news. Shocking. Ray, you won't believe it. I'm just telling you, you won't believe it.
I'm afraid to hear. I'm bracing.
David Pennington was seen, and I have proof, because I have a picture, was on a lawnmower. And it was moving.
Did his wife know about it?
Yeah,
It
I
was
started
moving.
to say was
It was
Nancy-
moving.
Poor little,
It was moving.
poor little.
He was actually
Was it
driving.
rolling? Oh,
Yes.
was the engine running?
It was.
Not rolling it out in the driveway.
No. It was actually in the yard.
Well, here's what happened. You know, I kind of promised Nancy
Shocking news.
that I would learn how to mow grass. So my little daughter Tracy said, you know, she put it on Facebook, said, I'm 46 years old and I've never seen Daddy on a lawnmower but 2 times, and this must have been the second time. But I must not be no good at it because I did something to it and the blade won't go down now and it won't start turning. So I guess that's the end of my lawnmowing days.
Okay. There it
Nancy,
is, boys.
How's that look?
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
And here's the.
what kind is it though, Lucky?
It is a deer.
Yep, it is a deer.
And the comment was.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
The comment was, cows must be flying now. Because David was on. And I said,
I would
I'm
say,
scared. The sky is falling. David,
what?
I'm just,
Well,
I had to break that to the public.
Listen, my
I'm
wife
gonna
is
say,
getting
Lucky,
older, and I need to help her mow grass.
I
But
bet it's-
evidently I can't.
I bet it's below 32 degrees in Hades right now.
It must be.
You know the old
It
saying.
must be. It must be. In fact, they're chipping ice off right
Nancy
now.
always told me she covered for him, like a good wife should, I guess. She always said, "I do all the mowing. David never has been on a mower because I like to," and I think she's
Yeah.
just covering for her man.
Well-
She's lucky to get a bottle of water from him.
But here's the thing, though. I realized something after. First of all, I must have tore it up because now the blade won't engage, and now she's going to have to get that. And
Why are you touching things? You
well-
should have just got on it and
well, I had
been
to,
riding.
I had to make the blade.
Somebody
engage.
should have done that for you.
Yeah, you're right.
No, actually, the first few times you used it, more than likely you should have not run the blades.
I shouldn't
You
have.
could have hurt yourself.
I probably could have. Well, I know one thing. It hurt my back, so I don't probably. That's probably. I probably just have to watch her mow grass now because it kind of made my back sore.
You
He
get you a
actually
big
did.
ice cold lemonade and sit up there on the porch and just sort of direct.
He
it.
almost did
Oh,
physical
you missed
labor.
A little over there,
Almost.
Nancy. You missed
I
a
could
little
have
over there.
figured him in a supervisor.
Yeah.
Side of things.
Yeah.
Well, I tried. That's all I can say.
All I can say is thank you, Tracy, for that picture and that breaking news, because we've talked about it for years on this show.
Yeah.
That-
I've only mowed 2 times my whole life as long as we've been married until the other day. and neither time could I keep the line straight. So that's why I quit mowing. You
know what? I can probably believe that.
These big tractors now have GPS. That's how they keep
That's what he needs.
them rows so straight across them big long fields.
That's what he needs.
They run GPS. They keep them.
Well,
That's what he needs.
You need a GPS lawnmower. See, there's a market.
I need an assistant to show me how to operate the thing. 'Cause, I mean, I wasn't on it 5 or 10 minutes, and I'd done fixed it where the blade wouldn't go up and down. So, and my back was hurting.
What David would do, he'd get a GPS system. If he invented one, he'd just invent it where the mower would run by itself and come in
Guarantee
each
it.
time. And then
Well, there'd be no sense being on it, right?
no, you wouldn't have to. I
No.
guess if you programmed it right. So anyway, there's an invention. And
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I don't know what to do.
You won't be proud after I know telling what it's going to cost to fix it, though. See, that's what she gets for trying to teach me how to mow grass.
An old dog.
Yeah,
new
you can't
tricks.
teach.
No.
And I do mean old dog.
Old dog.
Yeah. Matter of fact, in April 19th, I'll be 65.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back after that breaking news.
Yeah.
I wanted to shock the world.
You did. You
the,
did.
The world's out there going, no way. He did not get on a mower. They're not believing right now, David.
Well, I know.
But I do have a picture.
Yeah, a picture's worth what? What do they say it's worth?
1,000 words?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
right.
All right. Hey, be sure and watch the program, Let's Talk Antiques on Charter Cable. Channel 193 through P-Head Productions. That is tonight at 6, 9 p.m. Friday, and 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. Check out their Facebook page as well. It'll be on YouTube. So be sure to do that as well. We'll be back with more here on Thunder Radio in just a moment.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love playing.
Goody Two Scoops.
All right, back on the program here at 8:24, and Dave, you got a guest.
Yeah, before I do that, though, Lucky, since you said Love Lady Auto Parts has got lawnmower parts, you think
That's
we're
where
probably
David
gonna
needs
have
to go.
Probably going to have to get something to see what's wrong with that blade, right?
You wouldn't know how to put it on even if you went and
I
bought a
know.
part. You'd have to get somebody
But at least
to
I
do
know
it.
where to go, right?
Exactly.
That's a good thing.
All right.
Well, I have. He's not really a guest. He's almost like one of the working production people here, Winford Peak. We've
Well,
had him
good
on
to have
here.
you back.
Glad to be here.
Can he come back like as many times as he wants to?
Sure.
All right.
Doors always
you
open.
don't have a limit.
No,
So many
not with you,
times per
Winford.
year.
Doors always open. Winford.
Okay, Winford. This is really going to be a important show because you're going to inform people about is it 600 mile?
690 miles now.
Is it
One
690 now?
Keep stretching out. Yeah,
127
690 miles.
yard sale, right?
Yes.
All right,
Okay. You ready?
go for it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, what I want to do is give folks a little history on this yard sale and tell you when it's going to be and what I consider good places for locals here to go to. But anyway, the 127 yard sale began in 1987, And there was a gentleman named Mike Walker, who was a former Fentress County chief executive. He had this idea that to get traffic off the interstates 40 and 75 and going back to using the country roads, the back roads, to increase revenue for his counties. That was when they was executives.
Yeah.
When did they change from being executives to mayors?
I know that Mayor Johnson.
Was he our last?
He went from executive to mayor.
Okay, that was.
Yeah, it
So
was
I guess
during his
James
term.
Wilhelm was the last executive.
He was the last executive for his whole term, I guess.
Yeah. So they've been 2002 or something.
Yeah. Well, Fentress County is Jamestown is, I think, the county seat of Fentress County. So Jamestown started this, and it is still the headquarters for this yard sale at the Chamber of Commerce there in Fentress County. But what they did is they didn't just come up with the yard sale idea. They also wanted to put out a tourism type attraction list. So they come up with a list of like 300 different attractions that were in just Tennessee and Kentucky. So anyway, they got pretty good publicity, and it just started growing. And it has grown from being in those 2 states to now being in 5 states. And it's 690 miles long. Part of it is not actually on 127. There's a part from Gadsden, Alabama, where it starts on the lower end that comes up what they call let me get it right, Lookout Mountain Parkway. And this is a really great drive. Reader's Digest says it's one of the very best scenic drives in the country. So that's a good section down there. I've never been down on that drive. Someday I hope to do it. Yeah. So you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I used to work in that part of the country.
That's good. But anyway, this turned out to be really a great plan, and it draws in people not just all over the country. But if you look on the internet, when you Google 127, which is what you need to do if you want to get information on places to stop, hotel lodging, and that sort of thing, UPS centers if you're going to send stuff back to other states, things like that. That is the place to go to, is to Google that, and you'll find more information, than what we can talk about here. But the 127 now is several medias carry the advertisement for them, and plumb up in New York and Washington, and they've had TV shows on major TV shows and stuff. And it's now known as the world's longest yard sale. And it always happens, the dates for it, the official dates are first Thursday in August through Sunday. Now this year that comes out to be August 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
Now the thing is, there are a lot of vendors that rent their booth for the whole week or their space.
Okay.
Or people that have stuff in their yards or whatever. And those people will set up Sunday to Sunday usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And one of the main places they do that, a place that I've seen lots of stuff for that whole week, is up in that area that's original area, Crossville, Clark Range, Jamestown.
Okay.
Up in that area. And that is a super area. I'll talk about that in a minute. But that's pretty much what goes on. A person needs to be prepared. Okay, a lot of traffic, a lot of stop and go when you get in congested areas. Now in the rural areas it's not that much, but you take a place even as small as Dunlap, which a lot of our locals go to start. You can get sort of in real slow moving traffic. Need to be real careful.
And if you're stopping, if you have children with you, hold their hand.
That's right. Because now the traffic usually is watching and they're slow, but there's so much of it, and
there is a lot.
Kids need to be very careful. You need to get off the roads well, and so
it's busy.
very busy. Now another thing that I like to tell people: be prepared. I think a camera's neat because there's a lot of things you can't buy, but you might want to take a photograph of or get a card from the people if you might decide you want it later or whatever. Sunglasses, good walking shoes.
Because you're going to be
Lots of walking. Rain gear, better have it in the car in case, because it can come up. I know I
That
set
quick.
up at Dunlap, and anyway, in that Sequatchie Valley there, you cannot see any clouds because of the ridge on
That's
both
the truth.
sides. It can be on you in an instant. So the
Worked there for
rain
many
gear,
years.
plenty of water, a lot of cash.
Because you're gonna find some stuff out there you
Well,
probably
yeah.
won't.
Does
And
any
you
of 'em
need
take-
now some.
Does any take credit card?
Yeah, some people now, some of the dealers who are actually dealers,
Yeah.
or some of the other places, they do have credit card machines now at a lot of those places. Plus, they have apps on telephones now where they can also run a card.
Isn't that something? I never would have thought that.
Yeah, and but anyway, another good idea is, I know when I go, I try to have plenty of small change.
Oh yeah.
But a person needs to take small denomination money, because it's terrible if somebody comes up on you and the first 3 people that buy $2 items bust $100 bills on you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden your change is
You don't
gone,
have anything.
and
Yeah.
you don't have it. Now somebody wants to buy something and you don't have change, and you try to scrounge off your buddy next to you. And
How long you
know,
been
it's-
doing this?
I've done it about 4 years.
Have you?
Over there? Yeah.
You
I
actually
didn't
set
last
up.
year. I actually set up during that time.
I was working over in Sequatchie Valley when Dunlap and all that got connected on with this, and at first I thought, no, this is silly, and then when go up there and it's like, oh my goodness, I mean, it is amazing.
Yeah,
it
and-
really is.
Well, it's grew too, Lucky.
Oh, it
Pe-
just by leaps
people.
and bounds.
There's probably more people collecting now than there ever was.
You can find some pretty good stuff out
Listen,
there if you look hard enough.
Nancy was out mowing grass the other day, and this young couple,
How surprising!
yeah, this young
we'd heard
couple
different, Lucky.
stopped her and said, "I'm talking them young, probably in their 20s."
Yeah.
And they pulled up to her and they said, "We've been by here 2 or 3 times, and we wanted to catch you just to tell you, thank you for keeping this old stuff alive."
Nate, that's
Really?
That's neat.
Young couple
Yeah.
said that.
Well, how about that? That's good. That's good. But you'll find a lot of stuff like that. I've seen signs out there, David.
Oh.
Lots of advertising signs, and just there's
Now-
tons of stuff. It's just unbelievable how much
It's-
stuff's out there.
It-
Of
you
course,
can
there is some
find-
junk.
You can find almost anything, and you got people from just lookers,
Yep.
just wanting to see the history. You got people that are buying for themselves, but you have dealers
Oh
that
yeah.
have shops that will make, they may do half of that or whatever, and they have trucks and trailers and
Yeah.
big old panel trucks, and they'll fill up trailers, and then they'll go to these UPS centers. And another thing a lot of people I've noticed have is a lot of these prepaid boxes that you get from the post
Yeah.
office, and they will fill up those boxes and then just stop and mail them back to their to their
How
shop
about
or their
that?
address.
That's how a lot of the shop owners find their stuff. though.
Oh yeah,
It's not-
They do a year's worth of business out of that 1 week.
I can
yard
imagine.
sale.
Well, if you don't have the inventory,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have the business.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they refresh each year
Well,
during that sale, so it's actually pretty good.
We might have a call here, and if we do, you're going to have to use my headphones.
Okay.
They tie into the system. But what are
Let me mention my bud that I set up by over there. It's always good if you set up to try to get somebody to go. Now I've never had any neighbors on the sides of me that I don't like. But when
Yeah.
I go and do a yard sale, do something like that, and I just do it, for more for a hobby. It's not like
Yeah.
a business with me. But Rodney Lowry, they call him Bigfoot here in town. Do you know Rodney?
Really?
Yeah, he does a lot of fishing tackle and stuff. But I set up beside Rod. He actually was over there before I was, but I set up beside him, and that way I've got more freedom to go out and walk around and stuff. He can watch my
Yeah.
stuff when it's slow, and I can watch his. See if you have to go to the bathroom or get
Yeah.
food or whatever. We have a buddy system type thing.
That's pretty cool. I like
to
that.
do sales. Pam and Donald Vickers set up beside of me a lot. We'll be setting up in Watertown in a few weeks, and that's a good thing if you're planning on going and getting you a spot. And on the internet, if you look at their sites, they'll actually have names of places that will rent you property or rent you a space. It might be like a 10 by 20 spot or something. And they can run the price like, it can be $20 a day, or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
sort of a go-in type thing. Some are cheaper if you're just out in front yards and stuff. But if you're in front of a commercial building or something, and that's pretty cheap if you.
Well,
'cause
you-
Yeah.
you can turn several $1,000
But you need to
of
be
just
set up.
stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But you need to be set up like you are. You've studied it. You've got to be set up somewhere close to a restroom. And a commercial place is a kind of a good place to be set up for that.
Well, that's
If
what
you
I
set
like
up in
about
front of
where
their-
we
their
sit.
business
They
or
have a
something.
business, and you can go in and cool off. You can use their
That'll be nice in
facilities.
August.
Yeah, they have drinks and food type stuff, but that's always, you have to look at everything. You really need to plan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take stuff.
Lucky, that's where I get my Alabama hats from, is from
Rodney.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Rodney. He's a good man.
And I give him
Does
I
he
give
sell
him a
something
hard
else other
ti-
than that?
He does
Alabama
have
socks.
he does have
Okay.
Tennessee hats
Okay.
too
Alabama
now.
socks.
But he says he sells many more Alabama hats than Tennessee hats, and I don't know about that.
I don't
he,
either.
He
I
says
don't
he
know.
does.
I don't know about that.
He sold me 5.
Yeah.
Probably only 5 years old.
Well, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He is.
You can
Great.
see him about any Saturday down
It's
at
about break
Johnson's.
time, ain't it?
Yep, let me run the one. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
You're listening to Let's Talk Antiques here on Thunder Radio. You can also watch the program, Charter Cable Channel 193 through P.Ed Productions. And you can do that at 6 p.m. tonight, 9 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, and also on their YouTube channel as well, P.Ed Productions. All right, 8:42, been talking yard sales today. The
Yeah.
big yard sale. And
World's longest.
No
yard
doubt about
sale.
that.
It's advertised as that. Yeah.
no doubt
I guess
about
they
it.
live up to it too, don't they?
690 miles, yeah,
Well-
I'd say so.
Where else would they?
Well, what you said you was gonna, when we come back, you was gonna talk about where the locals could go and.
What I consider a good day's trip, and it's a big day. A person, I think probably the best area to go would probably be to go to Sparta and go over to Crossville. Okay, Crossville is a hub since it's right on the interstate.
Yeah.
And 127
Right.
dissects there. There's a lot of stuff in Crossville. Then, if you go north, you go to Clark Range and then Jamestown. Those 3 towns, just those 3, is a big day.
Yeah.
A big day, and it's a pretty easy drive. It's only like about an hour to Sparta, so you get over there and get started pretty quick. The other route, and if a person wants to maybe spend the night, get them a reservation in Crossville, you can go to Signal Mountain, go to Chattanooga,
yeah.
okay, get on 27, the 127 actually, a lot of it branched off of old 27.
That's right.
But anyway, if you go to Chattanooga and go up 27 and hit the 127 exit, you go across Signal Mountain. Now, there's different areas that seem to specialize more in different things. Signal Mountain is pretty high class.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
definitely.
high dollar region. There's
Like
a lot
what?
of
What would you find there?
up there. I think is a good place. I've been told. I don't deal in
Okay.
this stuff, but a lot of people say that that's where you go if you want old furniture, really nice old furniture, glass, that sort of thing. More upper end.
I could see
type
that
stuff.
there.
But Signal Mountain has got lots of. There's places where there's so many vendors in these open fields and areas. You know, just a lot of traffic there. And then you drop off the mountain, and at the base, a place that I really like, at the base of the mountain when you go down off Signal Mountain toward Dunlap, following 127, of course, all the way through. There's a guy down there that has a lot of rustic stuff like I like. I like
really?
outdoors. I like the sporting stuff. I
Like
like
what's he got? Wimber?
he has the older knives and the sheath knives and Western period stuff. I've
okay.
bought several old 22 Remington and Winchester rifles from him that I like. That's the sort of thing I like, the older stuff. And he's a character. He's got this old car, and it's all. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's like these things you see with horns on them and all kinds
Like
of
the
jewel
Boss Hog
stuff.
car.
Yeah, it's like a Boss Hog car. But he's quite a character.
Well,
If he's still there.
Yeah, Will Pierce.
And that's at a house at the bottom of the hill. I really enjoyed that stop last year.
Is that where he actually lives, or is that?
I don't know. I don't know about that now. But then if you go on up, you hit Dunlap.
Yep.
And then you go up through Pikeville, and there's
Like what
there's
kind
a
of stuff
lot
do you
of
find
fields.
there?
Oh, you find signs, a lot of advertising stuff.
Yep.
If you're into signs, gas pumps,
Yeah, well,
that
that's
sort
me.
of thing. But you can find a little bit of everything. Everything. up
You ever
through
seen any
there.
good Coke machines?
Oh yeah. You see those older Coke machines. You see a lot that are really rough. They run the complete,
Right.
gamut from one end to the other.
Yeah.
You got some that are really clean that they might want higher money for. But if a person has someone that can restore them and whatever, you'll see some that you could probably get something done with. You see a lot of that up more when I know.
What section do you see that at?
I would think more up in Crossville.
Okay.
In that area where a lot of those set up, and they're there for the week.
Right.
They're there on a Sunday
I'm
before
just
the
telling you,
Thursday.
if people want to go, and it's not even about, even if you're not spending a lot, but just to see the views and the country out in there, man.
The culture.
It is- oh,
You will meet people that probably are worth millions of dollars,
Yep.
millions and millions of dollars, down to just a guy going looking for some kind of old farm implement or
truth.
something, nuts and bolts. I mean, you'll just see anything and everything. It's hard to describe, but you'll see unique stuff. You'll see stuff that you
You're right.
just you've not seen since you was a kid, or your grandparents had, or you're just liable to see anything.
that's the truth.
And it's just an adventure. It really, truly is just an adventure to go.
Tell everybody the dates again, with.
The dates this year are August 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it's always the first Thursday in August. So that varies date-wise, but it's the first Thursday in August is what it's set up. But it will, if you go up Signal Mountain, now a lot of people will go to Jasper and cut across and just go straight to Dunlap.
Right.
Dunlap and Pikeville and Crossville. If you go up, then of course you're on the interstate. You can come back a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You're not doing the mountain thing.
I want to do the mountain thing. It's pretty up there.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a good 2-day, or either one of those others is a 1-day type thing for me, because I have to stop and look at everything. I'm not like David. Me and David used to years ago. We'd go places and like Scottsboro and things like that. I want to go through and handle stuff and talk to people. And David was like a jet. He could see what he wanted, and he'd get through, and
That's him.
he was ready to go somewhere else.
That's him.
I could spend 2 hours where he'd walk through in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
we'd go to Lebanon and go
Yeah.
to shops and things, and David had the eye he'd walk through, but I'm afraid I'm not uncovering something, you know,
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Well,
or
you
not
found a-
asking people if they have, you know, since I like this authentic Western period
You
type
found
stuff.
a lot of stuff by doing that.
Oh
though.
yeah. You have to. Sometimes you talk to them a little bit, and they'll drag something out of the house. You know, they
I
got
think
something in
there's-
the van.
There's something for everybody out there.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
It is.
everybody.
Yeah.
There's something out there. It's amazing what people have, and then all of a sudden they'll decide to sell it, and then take it out there, and they're going to probably make good on it.
Oh, it's
Well,
some unique stuff. If you have antique books that show you different items and things, I find things that I don't even know what they are. You know, and if you have something to identify this stuff, or I call back and have my wife Google things, you know, give
well,
her
that's
descriptions.
the beauty of
on
having a
stuff.
phone, and you can even take
Well,
a picture and
oh,
send
yeah,
her a picture
yeah.
now.
The cell phones
Yeah,
make this a whole lot, you know, a whole lot.
Could you take
better
David
thing.
with you this year and try to sell him?
He don't want me to go. You heard what
David
he
takes
said.
up too much time. I almost have to go by myself just because I don't want to march to nobody else's
Yeah,
drum
I get
beat.
you.
You know, I want to.
I'm just going to try to sell him.
I
and see if we
might.
get
I
something for
might
him.
stay here for 15 minutes, and I might stay here for 2 hours. I just don't.
Yeah.
Just according to what you see.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's a great place to go.
What is the most unique thing that you found on that yard
Oh
sale?
Lord.
What is the most that you think? I mean, maybe 2 or 3 things that you really was surprised to find.
I go to a lot of different yard sales and a lot of places. I don't really remember.
You never found something that I know
just-
you found a lot of I know you
Well,
found
I
a little
have.
motor scooter one time for
Oh yeah, yeah. I sold that to Danny.
yeah.
So you found a scooter. Okay. All right.
Well, Lord, I don't know. Putting me on the spot here.
Well, while you're thinking about that, the most unique and most fun thing I ever found, not a real expensive thing, was a $50 little, little moped
Really?
that runs like a sewing machine now.
It does?
I got $67 in it.
I want to see you.
Well, would you want to ride it?
I'd
Bring
ride
back
it.
memories.
I'd ride it.
I
It's a
have
1980 model.
I have bought pedal cars.
Yep.
You know, I have bought so many different things
Mm-hmm.
over there. You know,
You ever found any nice Civil
I have
War
sold
stuff?
pedal cars. I have bought Civil War stuff over there. Yeah, I've bought a lot of the fragmented stuff. I've
Yeah.
bought the 10 tap photographs.
Oh. See, that's
I don't
unique.
know. Yeah, and I take a van. You know, if I'm shopping, I take a Ford Windstar van that all the seats are out of.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you fill it up?
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's.
Load it down.
I hope you got some extra
I don't
air in those
ship
tires.
stuff back, but now I buy a lot of stuff. Last year, I bought. There's a market for old deer horns. They make
Yeah.
jewelry out of it now, and they make knife handles
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. And I bought a bunch of heads last year at 2 or 3 different places.
So you had
Old fishing tackle.
You ever seen the chandeliers with the
Oh
deer?
yeah,
That was
yeah,
amazing.
they're beautiful. But I bought a lot of old fishing tackle. I have this one friend that sets up just out of Dunlap, between Dunlap and Pikeville. He has the most unique stuff, old stuff, in the boxes. Of course, anytime you buy anything in an original box, it's
Oh, yeah.
30s or 40s thing,
Can you picture this? Winfred coming back to Manchester with a load of deer heads in that big van.
Yeah, yeah.
How many deer heads will a van carry?
Not heads, just horns.
Just the horns.
Yeah.
How many?
And some
How many
they have
horns
the
will that van carry?
Just one more.
Just one or some way, somehow.
That's the whole joke. Just one more.
All right, we'll be back with more in just a moment and talk more. Let's talk into
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
I love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
Back here on the program as we continue now with Let's Talk Antiques, and we've got a couple, 3 minutes here left on the program when talking about that 690-mile yard sale. Now that's a yard sale. That's a yard
That'd be a
sale.
way to lose weight, wouldn't it, if you could walk the whole yard sale?
You'll sweat. And first week in August is hot.
Guarantee it.
All right, you got a few other little things you want to talk about. We got 2 or 3 minutes left. And
Well, what I was going to tell folks, if you like this sort of thing, which I enjoy it, just meeting people and talking to people. But anyway, every month, of course, you have the big sale in Nashville at the fairgrounds, the Nashville Flea Market.
is it always the 4th Saturday and Sunday of the month?
4th or 3rd, whichever, I don't know.
I think it's the 4th.
It's always advertised. A good one that I like and I'm going to do this year, I've done for several years, is Watertown. They call it a mile-long yard sale, but don't let that fool you. It's a lot more than a mile. It's all the rural yard sales combined
Is
with
it a
what's in
particular
town.
route?
No, it's just anywhere around
Okay.
Watertown. They bring in, there's a train depot there, or train stop, and they bring in excursions out of trains out of Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a train trip, and they let people off. They run that 2 or 3 times a day.
That's really good.
So there's a lot of people come in. That's the 18th of this next month. And then
So April the 18th?
a good one here close is Morrison. Morrison has a community-wide yard sale. Wartrace has a community.
You know when Morrison is?
No, I don't have a date on
Okay.
it, but it'll be advertised.
And you say Wartrace?
Wartrace has a real good little sale. I got some really good stuff in Wartrace last time. I can tell you what I got there. I got a whole big stack of Kemp Forest.
Oh,
You need to do. You all need to do a show someday on Kemp Forest.
yeah.
Yeah, we do.
But I
Well,
got a
you'd have
bunch
to
of
be
those
you.
pillow cover things, and it's got all kinds of different,
Yeah.
like the guys would buy for their wives that were
Souvenirs.
decorative. But they say Kemp Forest.
Yeah, they were souvenirs.
And my dad and my uncle both was at Kemp
All right,
Forest.
we're going to
but
have to wind it up, but have you
okay.
got one more?
Okay, Monteagle is a good market every Sunday.
Yeah.
Johnson's down on 55 is a good market on Saturdays. I do Saturdays at Johnson's. Sometimes go to Monteagle on Sundays.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are local sales that are real close to.
And you found a lot of good
gives
stuff
you
at all
a
of them.
half a
hadn't
day or a day's type. Yeah.
You-
Yeah. You never know what you're
you? That's
going
right.
to find.
That's why you got to go, because you never know.
You never know.
Bye,
It
guys.
almost rhymes.
Ron,
y'all-
take care of the Alabama people.
We're out of here. We'll talk to you next week on Let's Talk Antiques.